Welcome to episode 19 of Stream Roulette. I'm Daniel Towns with Steph Broadbridge.
Hello.
How are ya?
Yeah, good. And this week we watched The Good Doctor.
We did, so let's get into it.
Let's do it.
All right, so episode 19, Stream Roulette. Daniel Towns, how are you, Steph?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Good. Tired, though. Still tired.
Yeah, from what?
I don't know, really.
Oh.
No. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's the weather today. It's just one of them days.
Yeah? What's
You
the
know,
weather like? I haven't been outside yet.
Oh, you got a window? Like, it's just overcast. It was raining last night. So, yeah, the park's all wet. And,
Oh.
yeah, and it's just, when you got no energy on kind of rainy days. Mm-hmm. So just kind of feeling a bit flat there, mate.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
It's
I
no
know.
good.
Yeah, I mean, you got a reason, right? When did you get back?
Last night.
You only got back last night.
Yeah.
Where was that from?
We were in Coffs Harbour, then we did Taree, then Port Macquarie.
Oh, right. So you drove back from Port yesterday.
Plane, yeah.
Oh, nice. A little plane.
A little
Oh,
plane.
That's right. Roadshow.
I was the only one in, well, I guess it would be a column. I was the only one in column B on the plane.
Column, how many were there? Oh, there's just two, right? A and B. There's one on each side.
So there's A, B, C, and I was the only one in column B.
Okay.
But in those little planes, I thought they had to be balanced, right? But one row's A, and then on the other side is B, C. So how is that balanced?
A, and then what? The other side is B, C.
Yeah, so there's two people to every one person.
Well, I guess maybe there's maybe luggage goes on one side.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? I don't know what the storage situation is on those
But
things.
then the only thing balancing all of the luggage was me.
So how many people were on the flight?
I reckon like 40
And how many does the plane hold?
people or
Yeah.
luggage.
People.
I don't know. Like
So there's three across.
60,
and
70
how many
maybe?
rows back?
it went to, I think, 12.
So what's that? 12 times 3? 36. 36
Yeah.
people. Yeah, right. That's not big at all. I hate
No.
those planes.
Yeah, it was awful. You could feel it go sideways. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. I don't like, and they don't go as high, and
No.
they're also slower.
Yeah, I
So,
didn't
like
like
that-
any of it.
That flight can take an hour. One roadshow, we went on a plane. We were in WA. Have I told you this?
I don't think so.
The one how Nikki Britton met a boyfriend?
She's told people that story.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, I mean that's a small detail of the story anyway, but like
Yeah.
big for them. Yeah, we had a day off in Geraldton, and someone up in a place called Newman contacted, like it's a mining place. And anyway, long story short, there was one person couldn't come because there wasn't enough seats in the plane. It was like a car.
Yeah.
It was that small, and Nikki ended up sitting in the front of the plane, like next to the pilot in the cockpit, like when she had
Yeah.
on the headphones, and they were chatting and whatnot. But like, there's no toilet. There's 4 of us there's 2 seats behind them, and then 2 behind. You know what I mean? And it was literally it felt like a car.
No.
It was, yeah, and then he's flying, and he's like, "Oh, this is the first time I've flown at night." Like when we're flying back. And
No.
we were up there. We were up there for, it was about 2 hours and 40 minutes, like no toilet.
No.
And then when we got back, Nikki, she had to push her seat forward or something so we could get out, or we had to climb out. We had to climb out over her seat, and so she's turned around, and she just wanted to, she was trying to say something about how it was a cool experience to fly it or something. She just tried to say something to all the group behind her.
Yeah.
And I think it was Ronnie, but everyone was kind of just get the fuck out. We've got to go to the toilet.
Yeah.
You can't do anything up there. And
Yeah.
and there's also you're on that kind of plane. We're in the elements. It was dark outside, so it was dark in the plane.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's no like mood lighting
No.
or
Oh.
like it was. Yeah, it
No
was,
meal.
No. I don't think we even could fit one.
How? That's no. This wasn't that bad. This was like a proper plane,
yeah,
but
like
it was
it's a proper-
small
yeah.
enough that you could feel things
Yeah,
that you shouldn't be able to feel in a plane.
yeah. And how are the gigs?
They were pretty good,
Yeah, they're good, aren't
like
they?
good kind of rowdy.
When are you back to reality? Where are you gigging tonight?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to get a spot at an open mic.
Oh yeah, right. Oh, you're trying it. Yeah, right. What about Yeah, okay. So, how did you go with The Good Doctor?
Yeah. I've watched 4 episodes. What about you?
Yeah, I watched a couple of them as well, like maybe 3, but like my girlfriend watches it.
Really?
Yeah. Like it's just one of those medical dramas that she just kind of like will chuck a few episodes on here and there.
I've got to say, it's very watchable.
Yeah.
It's very watchable.
Okay, so I kind of like, I am aware of what goes on in it, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, what'd you
Yeah.
think?
I mean,
what's it about?
oh, yeah, I'll read the blurb. So, Shaun Murphy, a young surgeon with autism and Savant syndrome, is recruited into the surgical unit of a prestigious hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I guess the premise is it's doctors that are regular people trying to manage someone who's crazy and doesn't react the way people expect them to. Is that kind of your take?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like
But he's a super genius and always right.
yeah, it's like Doogie Howser, but with autism
Yeah.
and a bit older.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, like it's very. I don't know. I mean, it raises the same questions as the other show. Love
Do you
on the
think
Spectrum.
so?
Well,
I think this is much worse.
No, but it still raises the same questions in that, like, is it problematic? Yes. But then it does raise awareness. But, like, then he's not autistic in real life. The show's been criticised for not casting, like, someone on the autism spectrum.
Well, they did, just not him.
Yeah, in the lead role, though. Yeah, but it's almost like they did. Oh yeah. He treats someone with autism in season something.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, so it's not even a regular character. It's just a bit part in one episode.
Yeah, we've got a female doing an unpaid 5. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it. So you think it's very watchable, do you?
Well, yeah. I mean, I like those kind of shows.
Yeah, medical drama.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't.
Chicago Med, like I remember you hated that one
Oh.
back in the early pod.
Yeah. It's just not my. That's just not my bag. You know. I'm not a fan. I don't know why. Like, there's so much out there. We have been watching. Oh, maybe you've seen this on there. The Lincoln Lawyer.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it was a book. It was a book originally by the guy that did the Bosch, Harry Bosch novels that then became like an 8-season TV show on Amazon.
No, I didn't know any of that.
Well, Amazon streams it here anyway. I don't know where in the States it was. But yeah, it was like 8 seasons. And they're really good books. Like I read them. My mum had them and I read them. And this was his, like, you know when authors have knocked out about 10 or 15 books that are super successful and they go, fuck it, I'm trying a new character in a new...
Yeah.
So he did that, and this, instead of like a burnt out cop, he's kind of a burnt out defense attorney.
Right.
Like a burnt out but great cop. He's a, almost like in those ones. I mean, I haven't watched the show, but in the book, you're kind of picturing like a Bruce Willis in Die Hard kind of cop, like that kind of. And and anyway, this one is a defense attorney, and the case is it's defending a guy that is accused of killing his wife and her lover.
Yeah.
And like the evidence, like he was there. He was there, and like it's we don't I can't even remember, but it's really good, and I feel like Netflix just jumped on it after the other one was so successful because it is like it's going to authors if you can stay true to the source,
Yeah.
and adapt it well for TV is it's fucking smart, especially for this style of television.
I
Because,
haven't seen it. I don't know anything about it.
well, it's kind of like The Wire in that, like, that was written as a, like, he said this isn't, like, they're not episodes, they're chapters. Mm-hmm. So, like, every episode, you know how book chapters end on, especially thrillers. And,
Yeah.
like, those, like, if you're writing thrillers and, like, there's a suspenseful point at the end of every chapter that keeps you turning on to the next one kind of thing. That's a perfect ending point for an episode. So if
Yeah,
you can
that's
get,
true.
and they're all, you know, if they're successful books, they're generally good stories and they're popular. So the audience is there. I just think in the past, probably a lot haven't been handled well. You know?
Right. Was
Like
this was The Good Doctor based on a book?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
not at all. No, not at all. No, that's just like another formulaic, you know.
Oh, okay.
No, but I mean, when I say formulaic, it's just another tried and tested formula, like with a new ingredient. The doctor has autism. You know,
Yeah.
it's a medical drama, but yeah, yeah. I mean, it must be. I'd love to sit all the people down in television and have a conversation with them and ask them like what they actually want to make.
So you,
Like-
you don't think this is what they want to make?
No, like I think a lot. No, like I don't. Maybe not the. Obviously, the creators did. You know, but I mean, like the director, and you know the camera people and the people that side of it, the production. Like
There's
when they got into what did they want to make? What you know? What did they want to say, basically? And what are they doing now? I wonder. You know, it's like. I know people
That's
that
a lot
do.
of assumptions from you, though, because you're assuming that they didn't want to make this.
I'm not assuming that. I know they want to work in that industry, and
Yeah, but you're
etc.
assuming they're not proud of they're not happy with what they delivered.
No, I'm not.
Maybe
assuming
they love this show. This is the best show they've ever made.
Maybe it is, and maybe they're aware of that. But you know, it's like. No, it's not a criticism. I think it applies to most things, especially creative things. It's like a lot of photographers do weddings and headshots to pay the bills, or
Do you think this is the headshots, though?
no,
Because
no.
to them, this might be the festival hour.
I'm talking about everyone in TV,
Okay.
not just this show.
We're not talking about the show?
I'm talking about television in general.
Okay, I thought we were talking about the show.
No.
I thought that was the point of this podcast.
No, it is. But like I've expanded my thought out.
One sentence. I don't really like medical dramas. Anyway, I was watching this other show.
Maybe someone will check it out. It's hard. I don't have like what.
You don't
like
have anything to say about it. Yeah, fair
No,
enough.
well, I do, but like in the sense of like, is it problematic? But I feel like we covered all those things on the.
Yeah. Well,
Love 'em.
I mean, this one I would say definitely yes. With the other one, I would say I'd on the fence.
Yeah.
But this one I would say definitely yes. But I also, I think there's an art form to like creating a very manipulative sort of clickbaity show that I'm watching, even though I hate it and I can see all the flaws in the writing and the dialogue and the plot, and I don't really care about any of the characters. I don't really like watching operations take place, and yet it's manipulating me in a way that I'm still engaged in watching it. So it must be doing something right.
Yeah, right. Okay. I just find it hard to. I just find it hard to watch as well. Like it's a. Yeah.
How many episodes did you watch?
2.5
Yeah.
kind of thing. And then I fell asleep on the couch.
I find these shows, it's like you could do 28 seasons of this and it would be the same every episode.
Yeah, it's just a procedural.
Yeah.
Yeah. They solve a case every episode kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a crisis every episode that gets averted or whatever.
Yeah. But it's a good formula though. Like it works.
It is. I'm sure they're going to do a good Dr. Chicago next and then a good Dr. New York,
Good Doctor Chicago.
Yeah, like all the other
A
franchises.
crossover.
Oh, yeah, the ones that, go national. Or
Yeah.
maybe they'll have the bad psychiatrist or something, the good psychiatrist. Different type of doctor. I don't know.
The good firefighter. He fights fires, but he's autistic. It's exactly the same as a regular firefighter. It's not a good story.
Well, it's pretty much the story behind this show, but another industry.
Well, I find it difficult to believe that in a very prestigious hospital in America, that he would be the only person with some kind of neuroatypical mind. Do you know what I mean? These guys went to school for 11 years and had to memorize huge passages of text and the body parts. There's no way there'd just be this one anomaly of this guy's neuroatypical. Everyone else here, we're all perfectly normal people that just go about our day. I'm like, that's so unlikely in an industry like that.
Well, oh yeah, right. I'm just finding out now what Savant syndrome is.
Yeah, I had a bit of a deep dive on the internet about that as well.
Says, yeah, right.
So people who can play music after hearing it once and stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of different kinds. People who can remember photographic memory, that kind of thing.
I got a friend in Ireland, and her kid is on the spectrum, and he was like that, musically. He'd hear something and then he could play it.
Yeah.
And he was just and young too. I think some people,
That'd be so cool.
Yeah, it would and it wouldn't. It'd be cool if it was something like that you could utilize.
Yeah.
But if it was rapid calculation, like the first example on Wikipedia, the examples are artistic ability, map making, musical ability, and rapid calculation. Really, out of those 4, rapid calculation's the one you'd want?
I mean, I'd like any of them instead of none of them.
Well, you've got artistic ability and musical ability.
I have the regular amount of those things.
Yeah, well, in this case, it says usually only one exceptional skill is present. How is it diagnosed? Oh, well, just they're really good at piano.
Yep.
They're autistic and they're exceptional on the piano.
Yeah, it's not always linked to autism, though. You can have it from other
1
things.
million people in the world. So people with Savant syndrome could say they're 1 in a million.
True.
And the condition affects more males than females at a ratio of 6 to 1. But is that because there's more autistic men than women?
I don't think there is more autistic men than women. I think there's more diagnosed autistic men than women.
I wonder how they meet, other autistic people and then date and do all that stuff.
If only there was a show that could facilitate that.
Yeah, I'm really curious. Oh, yeah, right. That's interesting, though. Savant syndrome.
It is, yeah. What it really is quite interesting.
And what's his thing then? What's his savant?
Well, I think they had to put that in to justify what he could do as a doctor.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I don't think his actually matches. If there's a guy that the Rain Man was based on that did similar mathematical kind of stuff. But this show, The Good Doctor, this guy's is just kind of like a figment of someone's imagination.
So there's a question for you. Why has it always got to be a good doctor? In these shows, pick any show, but we're talking about this one, so this one. Why is it and I know the obvious answer is because if they were bad at their job, the show would be a comedy and it wouldn't be the same tone. But why has it always got to be there's shit going wrong in there, but it always works out in the end? Why don't we have...
Yeah.
I don't know, lose a few. Fuck up, Oh, sorry, mate.
Well, Sherlock I would say is like that.
Yeah, put in some real world consequences. Go, look, you don't have insurance.
He has real world consequences.
Who?
Sherlock.
Yeah.
Because that's, I would say, similar, right?
Yeah,
to this?
Definitely. Yeah,
it's a guy with extra abilities and zero social skills that uses his abilities to fight crime.
Yeah. No, I just mean, like, in the sense of, like, have a regular day at work in the, I fucked that one up, didn't I? Or, like, not everything goes right, and it doesn't get resolved.
Yeah, but that's the same as, like, saying, why does Superman always have to fly? Like, why doesn't he just walk to the shop sometimes? That's because it's not good. That's not good viewing for us. That's a bad comic book.
But if every TV show is made the same way, you don't think one where the main character is a little bit different and not so good at their job would be a good idea?
He isn't good at his job. He's good at some things. He's good at analysing.
No, but it still always works
and
out
diagnosing.
In the end. That's what
but
I
he
meant.
wants to be a surgeon, and he's not a surgeon.
Yeah, but it works out.
He's just doing the suction.
Is what I mean, and he's going to get there.
Yeah. So you want to write a TV show where it always falls apart?
Not always falls apart, but like
Always Sunny in Philadelphia does that.
I guess I like them dark. Like a no hugging, no learning kind of.
There definitely are shows like that, like Seinfeld is like that.
Yeah, that was their show motto, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about this one. I'm just talking about shows in general. It's like, come on, like mix it up a bit.
I think all
Why are
of
those ones so rare then? Why are there so few of those done well when there's so many? Is it easier to do these kind of shows? It must be. Of course it is. Because honestly, of course it is. Because between us, like, we know the formula. Chuck it in a hospital and then add some characters.
Yeah.
Things happen. Like, that's pretty much that's got to be the pitch. That's got to be the pitch. It'd be in a PDF with fucking great graphics and all that shit to go with it. But
it depends on what, like, the audience is using television for. And I think most audiences are using television as a respite, as a bit of a break, a way to unwind.
Oh, totally.
Not to have their brains excited or challenged or thought-provoking, So in that way, would be perfect. So it depends what you want out of your television experience, whether this is a good show or not.
Yeah, see... Yeah, okay.
So you want to experience something and, be challenged, be excited. That's fine. There's The Wire, there's The Sopranos, there's Breaking Bad, there's Seinfeld, there's all the ones you mentioned. This is, I want to sit down and not think for an hour.
Yeah, but why are there more of these than those? Like,
because there's more people that want to sit down and not think for an hour than there are people that want to be creatively challenged.
I think it's also because those shows are harder to make as well, because everyone's trying to make those shows now. Like, everyone's trying to do narrative drama, and like, we've had to watch some of them, like Greenleaf, that, and
do you think that was... Yeah.
I don't think they don't hold up. Like, that has influenced, those shows have influenced this generation of television with the, and like and even The Good Doctor has those things, like with him studying and whatnot. Like, nowadays, like all the shows have like narrative to tie it all together. Like, each episode peaks and finishes and whatever, but there's still stuff that's week to week. The Mindy Project has that. Like, it's in comedy as well now.
Yeah.
Like, it's in everything. And I just think, like, but the ones that do it great, like, there's so few of them. Whereas medical dramas, like, you could, there's probably 30 of them on Netflix.
Yeah, but I agree with you, but I also think that's all art forms. Do you know what I mean? Like, for every Brett Whiteley, there's 10 billion pictures of sailing ships in motel rooms. Like, that's just what art is.
Yeah,
and they both serve a purpose, but the purpose is different.
Yeah, but instead of making the same thing again, like, why not make something else? If they're in the position to, and they've got to get something,
it's a job.
What's that?
It's a job.
But then that just takes away from what I said before, what you were saying before when I said asking them what they actually want to make.
No, but that's what I'm asking you. Like, maybe for them this wasn't a job. Maybe this was like the great. We don't know. We don't know what was in their minds.
I don't know.
You didn't like it. Full stop.
No. So-
which is totally fine.
I haven't even said that. Like, I don't dislike it. Like, it's enjoyable. It's watchable.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm just talking about it and
Yeah.
television in general. Like,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I agree with you.
yeah.
I
Like,
I think that's across all art forms. I don't think that's specific to television.
Oh, no, of course it is. But I guess when it is television and there's that, like, I guess the difference is, like, bad television, like, at that level, still costs millions of dollars. Bad music costs whatever that person paid to get their guitar, and they're taking on all the expense themselves. Same as bad comedy. Like, you're only going to get as many gigs as till you got a reputation, and then it's going to be fucking hard to work. Like other creative things,
But
This
there's
is meant to
formulaic
be-
comedy that works well and is successful and makes money.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
But do you
And
think those
that's
people are aware that it's
living.
formulaic?
I don't think I think they probably think it's insane to do it any other way because this way works.
But do you think they even know that it's formulaic? Like, everything's formulaic, though. Like, your stuff's what mine is. Everyone's is.
Yeah.
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 So I guess that just stops there. No, you know what I mean? No, like, it's all... You don't know what I mean? What, when I say everyone's stuff is formulaic? Well, there's...
I know what you mean by that, but I don't know what your overarching point is.
Well, it's just... Yeah, I mean, when you say formulaic, you mean successful but not great.
Repetitious, repeating like concepts that already exist,
Oh, yeah.
not
okay.
having a point of view, not offending anyone,
But do you
not
need
challenging anyone.
Do you need a point of view, though?
I don't know.
Well, I think Carl Barron's a great... Like,
Yeah.
because, I mean, his stuff is all...
I would
Like
argue that he has a unique way of being
Oh, no,
funny.
I was just about to say he's got an extremely unique perspective, and the way he phrases things and everything about it is unique, and yeah. But he's not up there. Like, when you say point of view, I thought like opinions.
I think you need something that's a point of difference, and one kind of point of difference could be a point of view.
Yeah.
Another kind could be the way you find the laughs. There's lots of different ways to make something creative. There's also lots of different ways to be successful in a creative industry without doing anything particularly creative.
Oh, totally.
But I don't know. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that there's an appetite for both, and it's okay that both exist.
Maybe that's my problem. I'm trying to be creative. Maybe I should try to be. Maybe I should try to be successful.
I think you need to put energy into both, and I think very few people do.
Well, it's hard to split your
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, would you recommend the show?
I would recommend it as a good put it on while you're doing something else kind of show.
That's pretty much how I experienced a lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good summary. I'll go with that as well. Okay. All right. And what's next week's? What do we got for episode 20? Oh, we're coming up to episode 20. That's pretty exciting.
Oh, okay. Let me just get the name of that. It is called, it looks like it's a documentary. It's called Web of Make-Believe, Death, Lies and the Internet.
Yeah, right.
Conspiracy, fraud, violence, murder, what starts out virtual can get real all too quickly, and when the web is worldwide, so are the consequences.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. There's 6 episodes. Of
Okay.
that.
Oh, that sounds like something that could be finished if it's done well. All right, awesome. Okay, and that's
Looking forward
episode
to
20. Yeah, I'm going to bring the energy for that one. All right, well, that's another episode, is it? Are we done there?
I think so. I'm happy with that.
We got closure? All right, see you next week.
Bye.